Hey guys, it's Charlotte and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. In today's video, we are going to be talking about using the accordion block on your Squarespace website and what that means for SEO. So if you are going to be using the accordion block, if you're kind of thinking like, should I use it? What's it for? How does it work? You want a demo of how to actually use it on the website and you want to learn about what SEO impact, if any, there is, then you have come to the right place. So we are going to be going over all of that, the tutorial, the talking points, whatever, in this video. So let's just dive right on in. I'm going to share my screen here. And before we begin, I wanted to let you know that I have a Squarespace SEO checklist, and I'm going to leave a link for it down below so you can grab a copy of it. This Squarespace SEO checklist has been downloaded like thousands and thousands and thousands of times, so you're in excellent company with it. And whether you are a complete beginner at Squarespace SEO, you want to, make sure that you're getting the foundations and the basics, or if maybe you've been at this a little while and you want to make sure that you have not forgotten anything and that you have done all of the right points for Squarespace SEO, then this checklist will help you out. So again, I'll leave a copy of it down below and you can grab one and thank me later. But let's get on to today's video where we are talking about using the accordion block on your Squarespace website. So like I said, I'm going to be giving you a demo on it and I'll be going over both 7.0 and 7.1 in this video. So it doesn't matter which version of you're on, using the accordion block still works pretty much the same way. So let's go through a demo and I will show you how it actually works. Okay, so pretend that right now, I've got here we go. So I've got this fake website. Coastal Construction is a fake business, fake company. It's not real, but this will work for the purposes of our video. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you here in the pages section. Imagine that I have this services page. Okay. Imagine I have a services page where I want to talk about, this one service, right? And you might also have a services page that you want to do it on. It could be used on a portfolio page. You can also use the accordion block on product pages. There's lots of different spots where you can actually use this, but I'm going to show you here, imagining it's for a services page. So let's show you how it actually works, okay? So if I'm going to edit the page, you can see I'm going to show you how to do it in two different spots using the classic editor. So if you're on 7.0, or 7.1 if you're just using the classic editor. And then also I'll show you in a second about doing it with 7.1. So let's pretend first of all that you're trying to add an accordion block to the classic editor if you're on 7.0 or if you're using 7.1 but you're using like the classic editor, okay? And if you're like, what do you mean by the classic editor? You'll notice here that if I click add section to the page, do you see here that if I scroll down to the bottom on the left, there's the add blank classic editor. This is what you'll see if you're in 7.1, but if you're using 7.0, then it just kind of adds like normal as a classic editor. And then if you're just talking about like the second part, which I'm going to show you about, there's the add a blank section. That's kind of the 7.1 editor. Okay. But for right now, let's pretend that I have scrolled down here and I've clicked classic editor. Okay. And so that's what I've built, kind of like this basic section up in the classic editor. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click this content block, right? The plus sign. And then you're going to type in accordion. Okay. And now this is where you can see here that you can add the different items, the accordion items here, and you can kind of play around with it. So accordion item number 1. So pretend on the services page, maybe I want to be like, who is this for, right? And then you can say like, answer goes here or something goes here. And same thing too, accordion item number 2, who is this for? Maybe like, how long does it take? I don't know, right? And then again, answer goes here, kind of thing. And what you can do is, again, you can duplicate them too. So you see here, you can just like click duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. If you want to add multiples, you can drag them around to change the order of it. Play around with what it is, add different items that way. You can also play around with the design too. So this is neat here because you'll notice that the title text the default will be heading 4. So that's an important thing to notice for SEO is that, again, remember, Google loves a header. Google loves a header. So if they see that each one, like, who is this for? Or like, how long does it take? If those are headings, then that's a good thing. But you can also change, like, which type of heading. Do you want it a 2 or a 3, just so that it matches your styling that you're using on the page? It's kind of up to you. You can like play around with that. But let's say, I don't know, I'm switching it to an H3. And again, you can play around with the alignment. So there are a few different like design elements that you can do here. And yeah, just again, different things that you can do for the design, the placement, the sizing, whatever it happens to be. Okay. And yeah, so this is a really good thing to do here. So that's the 7.0. And now let me show you if you're going to be using the 7.1 editor, right? Like the kind of, like, yeah, the editor if you're using 7.1. So again, kind of the same thing. You're going to click this add block in the corner. And once again, you can type in accordion here. And then again, like just kind of drag it into position. If you want, you can like, expand it for sizing. I don't know. I'm just showing you kind of like a little basics here. And then to edit it, you're just going to click this edit in the top left-hand corner. And then it's the same thing here in terms of like changing the items, right? So you can add more if you want, 3, 4, whatever, and then click on it. And then you can change the title. So like, who is this for, right? Like answer goes here, something, right? And once again, play around with the design. So change the title, change the title size. So whether it's like a heading 2, 3, 4, whatever that matches your styling, you can change any of the other design elements. Lots of choices there from the aesthetics. And so then once you're ready for that, whether again, you've done it in 7.0 or 7.1, doesn't really matter, but don't forget to save it. So now let's talk a little bit about, like now that I've shown you the tutorial of like how to actually use it, let's talk about a few things to consider from an SEO point of view, okay? So first of all, one of the main reasons why people love using the accordion block, whether it's on a services page, a portfolio page, on a product page, whatever it is that you can see here, it allows you to add lots more content to the page while not having the page be super long. And so this is nice if you maybe want a page that aesthetically looks a bit more minimalist, but has all of that text on it. And that text, when you have the long form content in the text and like all the answers here in the accordion, the FAQ, however you're using it, it's great because again, Google loves long form content. This is going to help your page be considered like higher quality, better for rankings, all that. But the page doesn't look really, really long. So for a lot of people who maybe, again, want the aesthetic of a shorter page, then that can be really helpful for you because you can have it, but it's like hidden until the person decides to expand on it. But Google will still see it when they're crawling and indexing the page. They view the content in its entirety. It's just displayed differently. And so that's one thing that we love about using the accordion block is just, again, how it allows us to use all of that content on the page without having a really, really long page. And the second thing that's great is, like I showed you again, you can choose how you're setting up the accordion block. So whether you want them to be H2, H3, whatever, and you can play around with that both from a design point of view, but then also using headers for like hierarchy on the page or something. And I do have another video, I think, that talks about headings in a bit more detail. So I'll link to that one up above. But yeah, this is a great thing about using the accordion block is, again, using the headers, styling it, all that sort of thing. So anyways, oh, sorry, but the little dog is moving around on my lap here. So anyways, that is everything that I wanted to talk to you about with the Squarespace accordion blocks and how you use it on your Squarespace website. So whether you are on 7.0 or 7.1, it works pretty much the same way. As you can see, it's really helpful from an SEO point of view to give Google that long form content that it loves, while not making the page crazy long and strolling. And it's good to use them in terms of headers to, again, like break up the page content and all that sort of thing. So if you are thinking about, like using accordion blocks, I would 100% recommend it. I love them. I use them in several places on my website. And yeah, they're really common, like I said, on services pages, like I've given you that example. Also like portfolio or showcase project pages, on product pages, lots of different places that you can use them on your website. So go ahead, try it out, use an accordion block on your Squarespace website, think about how it impacts SEO, and let me know how it goes for you. And if you like this video, be sure to like it or give it a thumbs up. You can leave me a comment down below if you found this helpful. And take a look at the other videos that I have here on my YouTube channel, all about Squarespace, SEO, web design and development, online business and marketing, and the resources that I have as well on my blog and my website. There's so much there to get you started. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again soon in the next one. Bye.